the selection process is going?
Jonathan, I think the selection process is going pretty well. They have actually contacted the councilman to see and presented them with a list of F streets that they want to do. And if the councilman has a problem, or if he has another street that is worse than what they have, they're all allowed to make substitutions. So it's working pretty well.
Would it surprise you to know that we're finding some C streets that are getting done?
No, it would not surprise me.
Why is that?
Well, I can only use this as my ward as an example. Some C streets have more traffic, or they are emergency streets. There's a lot of different variables that go into it. That's the best way I can explain it to you. If it's an emergency street and it's a C street, they'll do it.
How does it become an emergency street when it's graded a C, though?
The emergency street, I can give you an example. Cumberland is an emergency street over here that used to lead directly to St. Luke's Hospital. And it would always be the first to get salted, and it would be the first one to be repaved also. And that was a C street. That's the best answer I can give you.
Gotcha. Because some residents have told us that they question the selection process.
It's done by experts, far smarter than me. So they say.
And you trust the process?
Well, I trust the process in this regard. When they present me with my streets, and I know because I drive my ward every week, when they give me the list, I check the list against the list that I have. And they've always been right on the money. Now, every ward is not like that. You know, there are some differences in it. You know, but the councilman has the right, has the authority to say, no, let me do this street because this needs it worse, because this is a street that leads to St. Alexis or something.
So as the chairman, do you sort of make sure that these F streets are being swapped out?
Yes. We actually go out and see the F street all across the city. The F streets that are being resurfaced. We actually go out and take a look at them.
Ken, we've heard from some people in your ward who are upset that you are doing your own street on Hampton.
I did not pick the street. It's considered a through street. That's why it's being done.
A through street?
Oh yeah, but it was a F street. Ain't no question about that.
It seemed like a D, but are there variables?
The only variable is that it is a street that is a cut through from Shaker Square. They wanted to do it last year, and I held it up to do another street. But I didn't think it was that bad. But this year I let it go because I think it's that bad.
People are frustrated with it too.
Oh yeah.
Are you hearing the same kind of things we are?
Yes. It has always been a problem resurfacing in an older city like Cleveland. It's always been a problem. You know, we put asphalt on top of brick streets, and the bricks are moving. All the time, the bricks are moving. You know, if it were down to earth and you put concrete on it like they do on the highway, you wouldn't have that. But it is tremendously expensive. The city just couldn't afford it.
What would you say to them right now who are like, what about my street?
We are going as fast as we can. The Ward 4, we have about $890 million worth of streets to be done this year. Next year, it's going to be the same thing. I would tell them just to be a little patient because we'll get there. And there's a reason for every street in my ward that's being done, or every other ward. There's a good reason for it. It's not just because my residents here. The city owns this. I don't own it.
But you see the image.
I do.
Yeah,
I
because
do.
your name's on it.
Yes.
And the councilman's doing that street.
No, the councilman didn't pick that street either.